Good afternoon or good evening, YouTubers. Digger coming at you with a little bit more of an update. There, my little security camera just kicked on. Just figured I'd let you know that this is the 4th day. Didn't get to spend a whole lot of time today on it like I would have, but I did get all the kick panels all cut and in, and I got my initial seat bottoms cut and in. Those are not mounted yet, and they do have about a 2-inch overhang or so. And I'll demonstrate why I do that later on. But nothing else really going on. The wall's still the same. You know, everything up at the top's all still the same. Everything back wall's still the same. Just got that stuff taken care of today. That's a pain in the butt. Little guy like me dealing with 4x8 sheets, but got her done. So that's the big thing. So that's my little update for today. So keep on checking back. I'll post another video tomorrow. Adios. Good afternoon, YouTubers. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a tech tip here. If you're going to try to make a wall like this out of one piece, there is a trick to it. I learned this from a guy that does granite countertops, and you know, with those you better measure everything out and cut once and everything like that. So what he taught me was to go up and buy a bunch of drywall shims, which basically are just little pieces of cardboard already pre-cut and everything, and you take that stuff with a glue gun, frame everything out with the cardboard the way you want it, and then when you take that down off the wall, you can lay that right on top of your 1/2-inch MDF or whatever it is, OSB or whatever it is you're gonna do, and that will give you an exact template to cut out so that when you slide it in here, it fits right the first time. So we're gonna do that side and get it cut, and then we'll turn around and do this side and get it cut, and then we'll move on to the back wall and kind of do the same thing back there. So that is Digger's little tip for the day. Now I've got my 4x8 sheet of OSB sitting here. I've got my cardboard template laying on top of it. I've went around and marked it and everything, so now it's time to cut it out and make a wall. Okay, so I did my cut, and I now have a complete wall in one piece all the way from bottom to top. Once that's all covered with vinyl and everything, it'll look fantastic. Now what I'm going to try to do, and this sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. If I take that piece out, I flip it 180 degrees and slide it into that spot, we may or may not be able to get a perfect copy for that side. If not, we'll go back to the cardboard again and do the little drywall shim trick with the glue gun, and we'll see where that takes us. Okay, so I flipped the board around and put it back up here on the other side, so that is the driver's side board put on the passenger side. So you can tell right there, that is great. Up here we've got to cut the height just a little bit because it's hitting right up there, making us not be able to push the wall back in there quite enough. But you can see by the gaps and stuff that once I do that, I should be good with a wall for this side, and then obviously this side is going to be cut down a little bit. That's the fast way to make a wall. Alright, so there you have it. 2 walls done in, oh, I don't know, 30 minutes. Now that top one I did have to section and do it in 2 pieces just because I didn't have a piece of OSB large enough to do that, but that's actually totally fine because I'm going to end up splitting this one. I always like to have my speakers up there in the top corners on an individual board, that way I can take that out and do things with it and everything, cover it and all that a lot easier. But so that is how you make a wall in, let's say, 30 minutes or less, or 1 hour or less. Hey there, YouTubers. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of a tech tip, I guess you'd call it. I'm cutting the kick panels right now, and I want those kick panels to be 13 inches tall. So, and I want a good straight line. So what I'm doing, I measured off the 13 inches here, and then I subtracted 1 5/8, which is my spacing over to that. I subtracted that off of here, 1 5/8, and then I clamped a 2x4 down to the wood. What that's going to do, that's going to allow me to come in here and start cutting, and I'm just using this 2x4 as a fence, so that'll make it to where I get a nice clean straight edge all the way down without screwing anything or doing any other kind of crazy other measurements or anything like that. That's the simple, quick way to get a straight line on a long board. So hope that helps you out.